What up, world, and welcome to another episode of The Bright Side Show. As always, I'm your host, Steph, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Crystal. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm chilling. And today we are at the end of season 2. So as will be the case for every time, it's me, Crystal, and of course we got Ricky in the building on camera. On
camera this time.
On camera.
Thanks for having me on screen because I'm always here.
I was about to say
Right.
you're here every time.
Always
So
here.
Well, you know.
you're always had. So
Hey, I don't
pause.
know. Yeah, that's wild.
That was crazy.
That's wild. Start the episode.
Yeah.
That's wild. Niggas
Flag on the
always
play.
had. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fast forward. Let's just go right into the What in the World, where we talk about things that make you say, what in the world?
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I'm not doing it again either. So
What in the world?
What in the world? There we
So
go.
this, I guess the last week or so, and some change has been the announcement of Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl has been like the biggest thing. And
Yeah.
while I would assume people would be excited about that, there's been a lot of outrage really only coming from New
blacks.
Orleans. Yeah, how about to say it's not even all blacks. I feel like it's just like a small.
I'm not mad. I'm not gonna lie.
It
I
is a
love Wayne, but I
small-
ain't mad.
sector of people that are
I
just
really didn't
highly
care.
upset.
Yeah.
And they're like pissed. Like they won't stop talking about it. Like,
I mean,
let it go.
yeah, because I feel like we've gotten to a space, and realistically, with this whole thing, niggas got spoiled when LA people did the Super Bowl in LA.
Mm-hmm.
They got spoiled off of that one thing,
Oh, that's true. Because it was
because
like
that
all
is
LA.
literally the only
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
literally the only time when people like from there, and even with that, it's like it didn't even feel as much as like a LA thing. It's more of like a Dr. Dre's
Yeah. Right.
lineage performance.
Yeah.
They just so happen to be. Well, not
A couple,
Eminem's
because
not
50,
from LA.
Eminem's not from LA.
Right.
50's not from LA. Mary J.
Right.
Blige is not from LA. So
Right.
like, it
Oh,
really
true.
was a
Yeah.
more of a Dr.
Interscope. It's more of an
Yeah, it was like
interscope,
a aftermath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Reunion
aftermath,
type.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we started at Death
Umbrella.
Row. It's a Dr. Dre umbrella.
Yeah.
And then you go, like I said, to assume that, and even going down the list of all the people that are famously from places where it's like Prince did the Super Bowl. Prince did the Super Bowl in Miami, not
Right.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like going down like the list, it's like no one performs in the city they from, and only whoever started this was like, oh, Lil Wayne would be, because in my mind, I'm like, to me, there's no universe where Lil Wayne was ever getting the Super Bowl.
I mean, he got enough. His catalog even up.
I believe he has enough hits.
But for America, I don't
But
know
I
if that's
don't
the
think he
place. I don't
has
think America is ready for Lil Wayne.
All people hits,
Yeah.
where it's like
So first
No.
off, rap.
for kids and those, like we should be
Right,
lucky.
not a
We
family.
barely got rap.
Yeah.
Right,
Like
yeah.
rap is, this is new. Like it wasn't, this was
Yeah.
not a thing. Like
Facts.
when Dr. Dre did it, it was like something new.
That was
Yeah.
the first
like
where
Kendrick will pop up on we switching live, by the way. Booyah. Kendrick did like, he did it twice. He did one with Beyonce, and then he came out for the Dre John.
I don't even remember him.
Yeah, it was like a
Beyonce.
little
Beyonce.
verse. It was like no, I gotta get together. Switch.
Switch.
Yeah, he did it with,
Well,
Beyonce?
this was okay. So this was before Dre.
yeah, it was before Dre.
And
he
then
had
who
like
was
a
the
verse.
rap artist before then? Run
other
DMC?
other rappers have been on there, like Run DMC was
Oh,
on there
Nelly
as
was
a
on there.
feature, but as somebody brought him out,
As a feature.
Yeah.
and not like Nelly got the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So-
right. Features. Right.
But even with that said, like to your point, where it's like we just getting rap in there,
Yeah.
and I'm
Shout out to Jay-Z because that's
For
really
sure.
on his movie.
Lil Wayne is a
and
big
I'm
leap.
sorry, but I'm like,
Because then we'll lose it. We'll never get rap again.
I'm about to say there's a yeah.
The whites love Lil Wayne though.
That's not like
Some.
a family.
So
family
Well,
show.
truthfully, the people that the white people that like Lil Wayne probably like Kendrick also. So,
true. Facts.
and I just think the momentum and the Kendrick has a track record of performing well.
Yeah.
I've never been to a Lil Wayne concert, but the clips that I've seen from him performing in 2024,
Questionable.
Yeah, that's
He don't be remember the words of his songs anymore.
because he don't write them. I don't write down.
And he looks crazy as well.
yeah, I'm about to say that
He
probably
doesn't write them.
He doesn't write it
no,
down.
they don't write.
What you mean?
Like you just rap,
He just raps.
Oh, okay.
so you're not writing it down.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like you just gotta remember
I
it.
thought you were saying like he doesn't write his own raps.
Oh,
like
no,
like
no, no,
like
no.
a ghostwriter. I'm not
No,
saying.
no.
That's a conversation for another day.
Oh, come on, Gilly.
I'm about to say,
Come on, Gilly.
I ain't. Shout out to my dog. But Lil Wayne definitely was running around with a major figure chain,
Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
saying "Bull and John." That nigga from the middle of New Orleans. So another.
Lil Wayne is talented.
He-
We all
Oh, very.
recognize
Here's a
that.
goat.
All right.
Here's a goat. Wayne, if you watching, we
All
love you.
right, we're not playing this game. We not no slander.
Yeah.
You know, he said John though.
Like I said, before my time, I was but a wee child. I don't know what was going on back then.
Oh boy. Something that I heard though is that a lot of people are blaming Jay-Z for not picking Lil Wayne or making a choice, but I just heard that that's actually not his decision to pick who performs. It's whatever city that the Super Bowl is in, I guess whatever council or
I did.
they're the ones that make the decision for who gets to perform.
Oh wow.
So y'all blaming Jay-Z for no reason.
I mean, I question
I need
if
to write
that's.
y'all mayor. Y'all so upset.
I question if that's the truth though. I think well,
He probably has
it's
some
probably
influence,
some
I'm
say.
sure, but
No, I mean, I'm sure Jay-Z has some say, and I'm sure
Uh-huh.
like the city has some say, but I don't think the city is like, yeah, we want Kendrick. Like they didn't probably pick it. They probably went to the city and was like, how you do
Here's
it,
your
Maddie, with your
options.
clothes. Is like, these are your two options. Pick one if you're doing like. And then like the city was
Right.
like, oh, let's start contemplating what we want.
yeah. They're
So-
like, you get this or this.
Yeah,
This makes more
At the end of the day, Kendrick's the hottest thing going.
yeah.
right now,
So-
yeah.
I mean, it made the
Right,
most
right
sense.
now the Super Bowl's
Yeah.
in
It made
February.
the most sense. Oh, Black History Month.
You know, no, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Thought that's where you were
That
going.
no. So like, he
Wait.
might not be the hottest person in February, but to get booked now, he's the hottest artist
Right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but Noah Kendrick, I feel like he will walk this thing out to like make sure that he's got something happening that makes you actually want to see him in February.
Yeah.
Kendrick puts on the show.
Yeah, and that's I'm about to say that's
cool
really
with
long
that. That's why I'm
short.
cool.
Yeah, I'm
That's
saying I'm
that.
fine. I'm fine.
Meek don't got to perform in Philly.
I was about to say that would be it'd be
I'm
equivalent.
actually fine if he doesn't, you know.
Well,
I'll take
Philly ain't never gonna get a Super Bowl, so
Yeah, it's too cool.
I'm about to say yeah,
In
too
February.
cold. Yeah,
Yeah, Super Bowl does like the same 8 cities.
because I'm about to say they expanded more if you get a dome. So like Minnesota got a Super Bowl because they got a roof. So
It's like we're not having all these people flying.
Nah,
out.
ain't nobody coming in there. Yeah. Yeah. Fact. Like, you know how crazy the Super Bowl look? It just mad cold and not having fun people because they freezing.
Right.
So that's but anyway, we made it. We finished the second season. This is like a accomplishment.
And boy, we tired.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Man, yes.
It's been a great season.
This was I'm about to say I feel like there was a lot of like lessons learned this season.
Yeah.
A lot more of like we got better at some stuff, but also it was like in getting better, you see the places where you also need to improve. Where it's like, oh dang, like it's almost like basketball where like when you get your right where you want it to be, that's what makes you realize that you need to get the left up, like that. And I feel like that's how we've been operating this season, where it's like the more we got better at, then you start noticing, okay, this is where we got a deficiency here. So this was a very, very interesting season. I feel like we have really great guests.
Yeah.
Shout out to
The
all
guests
guests.
were
Shout out to the guests.
man.
Thank you.
The guests made
the guests.
the guests made the season, honestly,
Absolutely. I mean, we had some powerful stories, so
and it was just so intentional though.
dope.
And on that note though, is I saw a video the other day. I think it was what's your man's name? Nehemiah Davis.
Oh, Neo.
Yeah. And he basically was talking about how hire somebody, and he was like, dude got up there and all he did was tell his story. and
Oh, he had her for a conference.
yeah, and
It's
it
like,
was
just spoke for like 45 minutes, something like that.
didn't say nothing but just told a story, and it
Yeah.
and it pointed out like
And he got a bag for it.
He made a lot of money
facts.
for 45 minutes.
I
Just
think they
telling
said
his
like
life story.
it was either 120 or 160, 45 minutes telling just what you've been through.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he said was like, if you don't go through nothing, like what story you got to tell? And that really got me to thinking, because I feel like between the guests that we had this season, between I think one of the I think since the last time we filmed, like I did like a fast, and I feel like I just been asking questions.
Yeah.
Like me and God been going back and forth and just like really, really going. But what he was saying was like telling like your story, that really like hit me. And it made me think about I guess kind of like where we are today in society. And just how often people are so quick to like label everything as like toxic, and we are so adverse to going through any kind of discomfort or adversity more than ever, and it'd be like, oh, like this doesn't serve me, this doesn't do this is not like we're so quick to get out of it. Like we pray for a job and we get the job, and niggas post on Instagram how this is a job I prayed for. God is, I'm one of God's favorites. God don't play about me. This, that, the third. 3 weeks later, you don't like your boss, and now it's like, does God still not play about you? Or like, we don't. I feel like we're getting out of this space of like taking time to like I said, actually go through things. And even on the subject of like toxic and toxicity, where it's like, one, I think that's
Overused.
it's overused, but I think it's because people are lazy. And you're not taking the time to, one, analyze your actual feeling in the moment. Like, everything ain't toxic. It could be like, whatever is happening. And it's like, the reality is, my feelings are hurt. It's not like, toxic is the easy way out. Then actually having to come through like with that. And it's lazy because you're just not thinking of other like adjectives to describe this. Like, we need to get our vocabulary up. We gotta start reading more or something like that. But it's
between toxic and
diabolical.
No, not diabolical.
That's the word that's used.
What's the word?
Those be
between toxic and gaslighting.
Everything.
I could throw all those words in the trash right now.
Everything is gaslighting.
Everything.
Oh, and narcissist.
Everybody's a narcissist.
And narcissist. Everyone's
I'm about to say everybody's a narcissist.
Everybody's
Ding, ding,
narcissist.
ding, ding, ding.
You care about yourself, you're a narcissist.
Yeah.
You take 2 showers a day. That nigga a narcissist.
You're a narcissist. Who you think you are?
Who you think you are? How much soap you got? What's your budget for toiletries?
Damn.
What's happening, man? I just want to smoke.
That nigga's wasting water. Narcissist. You're not thinking about the children in Africa.
Yes, exactly.
But it's real though. But in that same vein, and like I said, between a guest and what I realized with like bringing that back to like the guest is that I feel like the reason we succeeded this season is because I think all the guests that had like great episodes, and obviously that's for other people to decide, and everyone will have a different opinion on what's a great episode. But for us, I feel like all of the guests that we had that made great episodes were just telling their story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's literally what made the season.
That is what made the season. And that's and it's not even every episode, like I said, it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
It's not it wasn't like I said, it wasn't like everybody came and just had like this great testimony. It was like, I went through this, and like some people go through it and it's like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like I'm still getting through that. Yeah. I'm dealing with it still today. This is what happened. This is what I've learned so far. Yeah. But like this is just my story up to this point. And even when we go back to like I say like a Brittany who had like she had a story, but it was more so like also was like teaching also. It's like that's still like your story. That this is what you learned. These are the things that you went through. The classes you took. The whatever it is. Like going through and just like seeing all the people. It's like dang, like I feel like I really want to encourage people to like get back to like kind of like that get in a space where it's like be comfortable with going through something.
Yeah.
because I feel like at the end of the day, those are the things, and I guess like the first thing that came to my mind was like the Bible verse where it's like they were overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony.
Yep.
So it's like your testimony means something. And I think we can't be so quick to like say just label toxic. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we need like those growing pains. And so like for myself, again, I feel like this just be like a running conversation with God and just like, yo, like this, that, third, like he'll be like, consider this. And I'd be like, all right, thinking. But like, so when I was thinking about it and like that discomfort, and I'm like, I tried to think of something that that I guess I had done that like said, didn't like it, easily could have labeled it as toxic and all these other things. But it, when I look at it from the other side, I'm like, dang, like, thank God. So like, I guess quick story time is like the other day.
Story time was
We love a good story. Hold on, let me zoom in.
Oh man,
There we go.
You're gonna add some like read a rainbow music, like open up a book.
Man, nah. So, like I said, so I did the fast. I suggest anybody do that, man.
Wait, what was the fast?
Did a day of fast, 21 days prayer and fasting. Just kind of felt like
No
I
sex
was,
too, right?
Huh?
No sex too, right?
Absolutely. Well, I was just having sex.
Oh, my fault. I ain't know. My fault. I ain't know. I ain't know. Is it Daniel fast or somebody else?
No, I don't know who fast that is. I ain't signed up for that.
Oh, my fault. Continue.
But yeah, like doing it, like I said, kind of felt like I was at like, I started it because I felt like it's at like the end of myself. And I'm like, God, I need this. Like, I don't know what to do next. So it's like, let me just lean into that. It's not try to figure it out on my own. So like during the fast, I'm cleaning my old room at my mom's house for my grandma, who's now like staying there. So I like find like my 7th grade yearbook, going through the joint. And so in going through it, I seen a picture for I think like the first time in like 25 years. Picture of one of my old teachers that caused like the craziest moment in life that I think like set like a trickle effect. So I set the scene.
Okay, I'm with it.
The year is 1999.
Story time.
I'm 12 I'm 12 years old.
12-year-old Steph. He has braids.
I had a little afro, or I had braids.
4'6".
I was
Not 4 feet.
I was I was tiny. 1999 December.
Wearing a size 2X shirt and
2X shirt
okay.
and one joint. Next thing I know, I'm in jail.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
All right, you got reverse.
So
This
yeah,
is how we got here.
how we got here was what's it called? So we obviously, like I said, people know, like we from Chester, we lived there, whatever. We moved out to go to a better school. I'm gonna be vague because I don't be want to put people out there like that, but I don't.
I mean, listen, this is the last episode. No, I'm kidding.
This is the last episode for now.
Right. I see these niggas.
Yeah, but I it's crazy. But yes, we moved to a better school district so you get a better education. And like I said, we were still very poor. And the place where we moved had like more money, but fast forward it, I get put in like a class, put in like a Spanish 2 class. I never took Spanish 1. So quite frankly, like obviously I'm a struggle. So this teacher was like bullying me for like the first like 3 months because so many things happened where it's like they did not want us there. They was like, y'all is just Chester niggas and we don't want y'all in our darkening up our clear suburban skies.
That's hilarious.
It's not like,
That's the most beautiful racism I've ever heard.
nah, but that's how it was. Nah, that's that's
The
how it
dark
was
cloud
though.
blocked my sun rays.
Nah, that's how it was. Them first couple months was like rough, man. So, and I had like this thing of like when we got there, it was like I kind of had like a thing of like I don't want like I'm not standing for nobody like messing with me. Like I just want to go to school and that's it. Like I'm just here for education. But this teacher was like bullying, like mad at me as if I did something to her. Like they put me in the class. So one day I had enough. and I messed around and said something I should have said.
What'd you say?
So like, so the teacher.
Tell him what you said.
Yeah.
I can't. You in this switch.
Tell him one time what you said right there, boy.
I
Yeah.
cannot.
You're an ass.
Look, ain't no one ever live switched in the middle of a podcast.
That's a fact.
All right, like,
This
this is
might
new.
be a
This new
first.
stuff.
I
This
was
is a first.
about to
you know what I'm saying?
say, while we on that, we gotta give you
Shout
your
out
props because
Ricky.
you really getting busy.
Jack of all trades.
We getting expanded, and I'm gonna get to that a little later too because I feel like I'm gonna throw you on the spot a little later.
I get back to the
All
story.
right,
The
we
people
zooming
are
back in. We zoom back
waiting.
into the
They're
story.
waiting.
In 3,
All
and 2, and 1.
Bang. So yes, teacher one day like said I had enough of it, and she came up to me and was like, she's like, one day you gonna wish that you did like, and just started running off stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, no. I was like, one day I'm gonna look back and wish I would have blew up the school. And she was like, so
Dang, those couple words you can't say.
you can't.
Absolutely not.
Right.
But to put in context, I didn't think nothing of it because
Right,
I'm
right.
just like, I'm like, black people don't do that shit. Like we don't do that. Like
This was
so,
also think of the year. Like
this is like a year after
this
Columbine.
was before.
Oh,
After or before?
This was
Oops.
after.
Oh.
But I didn't. And the crazy thing was like where we lived at, Columbine was not like a big story because it was a white kid and a white joint. Like we was in the hood school, and it was just kind of like our gun problems are outside in the streets. They are not in schools. Like we didn't look at it like oh no, like this is crazy. Like I never had like a fear of somebody. So I said that, not thinking nothing of it, because I really just wanted her to leave me alone, and I thought nothing of it. So she like looked, take me to the office, and it started. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get detention. Like I was like, so
How'd you say detention?
yeah, like I was.
Dang, I'm gonna get detention.
Nah, cause I'm like, even with that, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a beating for sure. Like,
Right,
just
no.
off of getting detention, off of shut the hell up. So then, like,
Detention.
that joint just starts going down, 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 down. A lot of protocol was broken. They was doing a lot of wrong things. This is a Friday. 8 o'clock rolls around. I find myself in a cop car on the way to Lima.
Gosh, another cop car. Man, you just had a bad run.
No, this was a crazy time. Middle school was wild. But I remember like going there,
Yeah.
and it was like, again, from this happened like 2:30 when he got in trouble. So like you just going through and like you send the police station, they waiting to see like maybe the judge lets you go home, blah 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 blah. It's like nah, you gotta go.
Yep.
Friday, and I'm balling.
You gotta go where?
The
Downtown.
juvie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I gotta go. So I'm like crying my out. Goodness gracious. And it reminded me of the last episode because I was like, I was trying not to let people see me, but it was too serious. I was like, it was
Yeah.
too serious.
You can't hide that.
Too serious. So I go, like I said, then I get in there, walk in. First thing I see is like 4 of the most beautiful women I've ever seen ever.
Like
They're-
officers or like in jail?
No, they're in jail.
What jail was this?
This juvie, it's a bunch of teenagers.
shoot, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Damn, Kels, goodness gracious.
He's trying to get transferred there.
Right. But yeah, now the funny thing is that I probably was like 4 or 6. So the whole time I'm in there, it's just a bunch of people, and I'm 12. Like the next oldest person, is one of the 12-year-old, ironically, that I knew from Chester. He got in trouble. He might have belonged in there.
Ooh,
But I
yeah,
didn't.
Got you.
So like whole time in there's a bunch of like just older people, and everybody's just like, why are you here? Like, and I'm like, I'm figuring out the same thing. Like, please help me figure it out. But that was like the craziest 5 days because it was just nonsense.
5 days is a long
You
time.
spent
was.
5 days in that jail?
Yeah.
I thought it was a weekend.
Oh no, I ain't. So you go in, you thinking like, damn, like I just gotta make it to Monday.
Yeah.
But then
It was a holiday?
no, Monday you
Friday.
see the like judge on Monday.
But you,
And even going to how short I was so tiny I couldn't even sit in. They couldn't even see me on camera sitting in a chair. Like I'm the only person having to stand up. Like yes, it's me, Stefan Martin. Like
That's
I was a
terrible.
child.
Oh.
So
I just imagine seeing like the top of his head in the video.
You just probably see this little
Sir,
afro
can you
sticking up.
please stand on that chair?
I am
Right.
standing.
Right.
Well, sit down there.
Right.
Give my man a booster.
Yo, basically.
I am standing.
But man, that's how it was though. Like that's how it was. But yeah, like I'm in that joint, and it's just like getting crazier and crazier because like people telling you like, oh, you be out Monday, nothing. But then you start seeing people see the judge, and you start listening to people talk, and it's like, yeah, I was supposed to be here a week in November, and it's now December, and I'm like, oh my god, like I was like, because it's like,
Oh my God.
the like this is like 2 weeks before Christmas, so the court system gets backed up before then. So they like, I don't know, like,
Dang. Did you have a lawyer?
yeah, I did. Well, like I said, I get to that. We had a lawyer, but it was just like you had to wait to see the judge. So unfortunately, you got like I said, you got your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday rolls around, and I was like already scared. And on top of that, the joint is like overpopulated. It's like not everybody can fit in like a little cell. So luckily, some nigga that had like a little common area bed got into a fight, and he had to go into a cell, and I got to go out into the common area for like my last 2 days.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah, like it's jail still. So
No,
like,
man.
I wasn't free.
right.
So, but yeah, it was like that. You see like a bunch of crazy fights. That's another story for another day. Hilarious. But like Monday rolls around, but I'm having like to go to school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be getting out. I'm not supposed to be going to jail school. Like
Jail school? They got
yeah,
jail school?
like
Oh,
you
'cause
gotta
it's
go to
juvie,
school. It's
yeah.
juvie.
They usually have like school on site or
So
something.
I'm going to school, and I'm like,
So, like,
no,
real question. Who teaches? The officers?
no. They got like teachers that come in and teach.
I ain't
They
never,
gonna have
I ain't never see that on
somebody qualified to
Indeed.
teach.
I ain't never
On
see that on
Indeed?
Indeed.
Oh, yo.
Yo, I'm trying to get that prison English.
Yeah.
Right.
I
You know what I'm
can't.
saying?
Yeah, I think it's like I said.
Rutgers 101.
Well, luckily, I only went to like 2 classes. So, but like you,
This is news. I didn't know.
nah, that's how it was. But I was like petrified. And even then, it's like, again, I'm only there 4 days, but like you getting like,
How do you do classroom management in juvie?
there's a bunch of officers in there. Everybody sits separate,
Okay.
and then you go do what you do.
Okay.
But it was crazy, like, cause I guess I'm like halfway getting like not indoctrinated, but like I remember like my mom coming to visit me, and I'm like writing little notes home, like, Christian, make sure you take care of Emmanuel while I'm in here.
I can't.
I'm down and out, teach him how to wash dishes, raise him to be a good. If I'm 12, he was like 3 or 4. I'm like, make sure he's a good kindergartner. If I'm in here for a while, I was down and out bad.
Oh.
But Tuesday rolls around, then I get out, and I was like, I remember I left all my stuff out. I'm like, y'all, cause I think my mom bought like socks and drawers, like this little jail package.
Right.
Keep it.
Keep it.
I don't want it.
I don't want
I don't want nothing to remind me.
Smell it, nothing.
Yeah. So you get out. Fast forward, like I said, did have a lawyer. Ironically, ended up being my frat brother from my chapter. Shout out to Adam Rogers. So it worked out. But then, like, you go into court, get into court, and what happened was, like I said a little 2 sentences back and forth between me and the teacher. We get to court, and they start reading what she wrote on a police report, and they had that joint as if I was in the classroom, like Pac, when he was spitting at the cameras, like standing on tables, flipping them joints, cursing everybody out.
So this is her statement. Oh, so she.
So
And
yeah.
everybody gonna believe her.
Oh no, she got caught.
Oh, for real?
She got caught. Yeah, cause
You
she.
gotta tell them how she got.
So
It was a happy ending?
no,
Oh, okay.
'Cause-
But she got caught.
cause she so like you see in court, you going through all these things, and it's like she started writing a statement on Friday,
Right.
and then I guess probably went home and was like, let me come up with a better script.
Wow.
And came up with another story that she finished. Luckily, like I said, I had a good lawyer. He's like, these are 2 different inks.
She got Facebook.
She does.
We're gonna talk after this. I'm gonna find her.
She does.
Listen.
She in Chester? All right, we'll talk.
Yeah, like I said,
Okay, hey, look, go. Switching
Yeah.
the camera too.
but yeah, my lawyer was like, oh, these 2 different inks.
That's a
Why'd you
lawyer.
stop? Like, why would you have to switch inks? She said something, and then basically she had to admit on the stand that she lied. Like she started, she finished, and she lied in that whole like second part. And so then like other people in the school had to get on there and admit that they was wrong and like they didn't follow protocol for all this stuff. So going through all these things, it's like, damn, like what the hell is, how do we get here? And then because it's like say you're investigating, and like I said, they called the cops for, they called my mom. So
And you're a minor.
I'm 12.
Right. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
So maybe you can if it's like a violent crime, but I'm like, I just said words.
Right.
Like they had me like going and picking up my brother from school before they called my mom. Like this was crazy. So in the midst of all that, like they do like a investigation or whatever. Turns out year before I was even at the school, there was another student who was fortunate enough to be of a different skin tone. And he...
Oh, what's happening?
White.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he...
I thought it was something. I was like, we all get that part. We all knew what that was.
Yeah, he was a white
from the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. He was a... He had the... I guess he was going through something.
Right.
Because it turned out he came to the same school with a gun and a hit list.
Oh, no.
That man got suspended.
Suspended.
Never got arrested.
See, I can go in
Stayed in school.
And a hit list.
But
the gun itself.
Right. Funny enough.
And he told y'all who he was targeting.
Right.
And y'all let him come back?
Crazy. Funny enough, though, I found out one of my closest homies was on the list.
Oh, snap.
And I remember telling him, like, maybe like last year, when we was talking about it, I didn't know he was on the list. He was like, yeah, something happened. And, you know, they brought in everybody. The parents had to come to school. And they was like, like, he did that. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, my brother, he planned on killing you. Like, he was not playing.
Wow.
Y'all thought he was playing.
That's
I'm like, I don't know what
crazy.
y'all was doing to him, but he wasn't playing.
Dang, you had Arya at the school? Arya Stark?
Yo, this is like an episode of Degrassi. Like, it's just too much drama.
Nah, it was wild.
That's wild.
So then, like I said, all that happens, they end up being like, okay, throw out the case, whatever. Because it's like, the teacher lied. None of this happened. And I remember, it was bad. And like I said, I remember even when I was on the stand, like...
Well, that's Grace. To pause real quick.
Oh, no, for sure.
That's
for sure.
Like, the fact that she did you wrong,
Yeah.
but her
For sure,
doing
for sure.
wrong got you off the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you shouldn't have been in the situation.
I was about to say, I think it was halfway that. Halfway, I think a lot of people was even just kind of like, this is not a real case. Like, this is...
Yeah, right.
This
Yeah,
is
true.
it's like it's terroristic threats or whatever, but it's like it's not real. Like
Right.
it was. This could have been handled in house. Because even like when I look back, I feel like district attorney like I have to like question you, so I'll do it, but like not really.
He's trying to go to happy hour. He had to do it.
Yeah, he's like, you're wasting my time as a little nigga. Like I can't even see him behind the bench. Like like he out here sitting on phone books.
I am standing.
Yeah, like. But like I remember like that happened. Crazy thing, like teacher never gets fired.
No consequences.
No
Just went
consequences.
on, live on her life.
She was there. It was crazy, and it was like, it was wild.
And that was before it was a shortage of teachers.
Right, right.
Right.
So, like I said, all this happens, like, and I remember like the after effects being crazy because it was like, and we talked about it before, was like the timing of it was kind of like your family and stuff was just like you got to get back to like you got to stay in school. And I remember like me and the teacher would see each other in the hallway, and she would be like mad at me for or like sticking her nose up at me as if I did something wrong, and I'd be like, damn, this is crazy. So it was like still dealing with like little aftershocks of that, because like I'm still seeing you, the person who did, like, you tried to really get me up out of here. On the other side of it, like I said, being from Chester, I go back to Chester and you see people that you was like in there with, and you know the crimes that these niggas in there for.
Yeah.
And I remember like specifically like one day, a dude that was in there for shooting somebody was walking down the street, and I'm sitting on the steps at my grandma's house. And it's one of them joints where you like look at each other. Y'all know where y'all recognize each other from. But it's like in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna be cool or like, cause it's like not like we was friends. We just was in the same place at the same time. And it's like you like scared, but like I ain't about to like run in the house. So like you say what's up, keep walking, and like that was the end. But it's like little moments like that, like, phew, dang, like how is that gonna go? Like so you keep having like them little aftershocks and stuff like that. So I say like even with that story, like I said, it was crazy. And I remember after the fact, much after the fact, I remember asking my mom, like, why, like, didn't you like sue the school? Like all just because you for sure would have won. She was like, I just wanted it to be done. And I was like, damn, like I could see that, especially like I said, the adultness situation. And then I was thinking about it after the fact in like today's society, where if all this happened, and I don't even know that every teacher in the school knew everything that happened.
Right.
Whereas if that happened today, I would have been like a martyr. It'd have been a justice for Steph shirts outside the joint. Like it would have been
a rally for Steph.
Social media would have been popping.
Yeah, they'd have been pulling up
free Steph.
Trying to prove that I was already like a bad kid and all that kind of stuff. You know how they do, like trying to discredit, like, oh, he had to do something, blah blah, and like it had just been wild. And
I don't know if you can talk about kids like that on the news though.
I mean,
kidding me? They do.
I'm about to say they do it.
They do it for kids.
Yeah.
Trayvon, he was a minor, like
right.
Mike Brown,
and
minor,
really
like you pulling up,
Yeah. I'm bugging.
You pull up all
They
them
do not
joints.
care.
That's what I'm saying. So like I look at it like that.
Yeah, I'm bugging.
But even
I just thought like 4 other people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I kept thinking of your height.
They do that for babies.
Yeah, right. That was wild.
When they old enough to do nothing bad yet. Yeah, like, just started walking. Like, but nah, that's how it was, man. It's nonsense, man. Nonsense. But and the crazy thing is that, like, again, all this was happening like during the fast. And I looked at it as like I was actually grateful that nothing else happened. Like I was like, how it happened. I look at it today as like it had to happen like that, because one, if I'd have left, it's like I wouldn't have like my friends that are like still like my close friends to this day. Like I'd have never, like I said, never ended up with like the Mark, Greg, Kyle, them. Like I wouldn't have been friends with none of them. And then I would have had to, like I said, you go to another school, and you probably got like a reputation that precedes you, because now it's like, oh, this is a young boy from the news, you know, like you don't know how that's gonna play out. So it's one of the things, like I said, looking back, and like I said, I made it through. There's some lessons learned from that, for sure. But I look back. Oh no, it's like watch what you say, but also it made me think about, like I said, how to operate in certain spaces differently. Definitely was like a level of grace of that, because that was like it was just months of just like stress, because like I said, this thing happens. Still, court is like went to like February, March, so it's like just going through stuff. But I look back and I'm like, for sure, toxic situation. That was.
We used it right? Is this really toxic?
I don't even want to use that word for sure. But it was just a horrible situation. But the crazy thing is that like today I can look back and be like I said, it had to happen that way. And even with how this situation happened, I don't know that I've done it yet, but I still look back and like I said, during this time, again, I think without the fast, I probably don't have the same kind of thought process. But it was like, dang, like I said, learn, but maybe one day I'm able to like help somebody else with that story of what I learned, and like the getting through a part and coming out on the other side. Because I mean, it got weird for a minute, because I feel like after that happened, I just started tripping. Because again, you not really ask what happened. You don't go to therapy. You just literally get thrown back in school, taken out of the Spanish class, and just like figure it out.
You get like expedited trauma. And
Factual.
then you just get thrown back into the real world.
Yeah.
It's just like, yep.
And it's like,
That was 4 days of my life.
Right.
Right.
It's my 5. Give me my 5.
Bro, my fault.
I need my 5.
You did a bid.
I did my 5.
All right, man. Take your 5, man. Hey.
But yeah, no, it's like that. But I look at it as like, dang, like we really, like you have to go through those things to get out on the other side, to have like a story to tell, have a testimony to tell, have all those things, and it's tough. And it even I say kind of in a sense kind of like made me like closer to God, because going back to when I seen the picture of the lady again, first time in like 20 something years, and I remember I was like kind of like mad, furious at first,
Yeah.
but then even in that, God was kind of just like, and so I looked her up, and it was like she's just living life. Life is good. Like she's
I probably know her.
I I don't know, like, but she's living life, like did good, and I seen like an article in the paper. They were like, "Oh, thank you for your service," type of thing.
She retired and stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. And I remember I was like furious, like, man,
Y'all know half
We
the
should pull
story.
up one day.
God bless her. I don't
Oh,
know.
we should.
You
We
gotta
should pull up.
forgive. You gotta
So,
She's
I
like, hey,
forgive.
you remember me?
I mean, the crazy thing is, I feel like one day I'll bump into her or something like that. She probably won't even remember. And I'm not interested to ever run into her.
What if
Truthfully.
she hits you with the most sincere apology you ever received?
So I thought about that. It was like, what if that was the case? What if she was like, man, like I'm sorry, like, damn, like my bad, like maybe she had a bad day. I don't know. But one of the things, like I said, in my anger though, like, cause I was furious. I'm like,
Absolutely.
and I think I was like, I think I texted a picture to my mom. I was like, man, this that got me in trouble. I was going off. I'm like,
Yeah.
we could bleep. I mean, we got the bleeps. We got the bleeps.
Hey guys, you know what? I'm just playing.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like one of them Jones, like I said, in my anger, the crazy thing was like almost like God said it clear as day. It was like that lady is not defined for her whole life for her one decision she made. And I was
Who
like,
said that?
God
You
said
heard the
it.
voice, right?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
ooh.
Yeah, that is.
I was hot.
Yeah, that's it.
But as soon as it happened, I'm like, all right.
Wow.
We don't want to be defined by.
Because I'm about to say,
Right. That is the truth.
of all the things I've done, thank God I'm not defined by like a decision that I've made.
Yeah.
And it hit me like a ton of bricks,
Wow.
because I was like, dang, I gotta just forgive that lady and just keep it moving. Like I can't. It was almost like I had to. Even now, I was like, dang, I guess if you watching, lady, I forgive you. I was like, because it was like a joint you had to like get off you of like, whew.
Yeah.
But that was like the start of like, I guess my spiral of going down, like what we're talking about of like I said, everything's not toxic. It's a lot of things are discomfort. A lot of things are like you don't know why you was there. I don't know. Like I'm only looking at it from what happened to me. I don't know who else was affected by that. I don't know if like that thing happened and then they was like, yo, we got to get our stuff together when it comes to like how we treating these black kids here, because maybe we ain't so lucky next time that
Right.
Right.
we walk away. So like, I mean,
That's good. That's
you
good
will hope that there's a snowball effect. And even like I said with myself, it's like there's probably still stuff that I would need to learn from it. And like I said, I know that I'm not like it's like past it, but I still get like little joints where it's like, I think the one time it was around the time when like when They See Us came out.
Oh yeah.
I don't
You
watch
didn't
that
wanna
joint. Yeah, I don't watch it.
You did not want to watch
I
that.
didn't watch it. I don't watch it because I was listening to, honestly, I was listening to Kevin on Stage podcast. They was talking about it. We driving to Pittsburgh for the wedding that Maddie was conceived at. Yeah, ain't nothing to do in Pittsburgh, so you got to do
Well,
what
that's
you
what
got
damn
to
sure
do.
ain't nothing to do with Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
And this had nothing to do with the story.
Yeah, no.
Moving on.
You're right, but yeah, it was like a
Shout out to Maddie.
But yeah, like that happened, and the crazy thing was like, so I'm driving and they talking about this joint. And I started having like a panic attack or something like that, and I'm like, I'm confused because I'm like, I'm past this.
Wow.
And it was like, you bothered, my nigga.
Yeah.
And then, but again, because it's not even me feeling the way, it just like started happening. And I'm like, what the heck? But it was crazy because it was like, yeah, like something like that happened. And I think for me, one of the biggest things was like, we just told that in like a very funny way. But as the older I get, I'm like, there is also the very real way of like how actually scared I was and how all of the wild stuff that, like you said, you seeing in there, you seeing dudes like, I remember this one dude like piled up a whole tray of food, like filled it to the top, just to smack a nigga in the head with it. And I was like, yo, I was like, this is jail. Like, he filled it up and really just was like, bow, smacked. I was like, oh, we in it. Like, I'm like,
Dang.
I'm just like,
But what was on the menu that day? Was it like
It
meatloaf?
was
Nah, it was definitely like
Was it heavy?
a bunch of like juicy foods. It was like
Juicy food.
no, like saucy like
Okay.
type of joints, like
All right. My man got
spaghetti,
hit
like
with
something
spaghetti.
like, yeah, like it's the joints that's going to sit on you and like drip all over you, like so. But yeah, nah, it was crazy.
That gumbo.
But like I said, that whole thing just you're a nut.
Dang.
That whole thing really just put me in the mindset of like, dang, like how do we get into a space of like, all right, we got to go through stuff, like, and be comfortable with discomfort enough to go through something and like I said, come out with the testimonies that we want to have.
She still thinking about this man getting hit
Goodness
with meat
gracious.
sauce. Mystery meat.
Yo, you're
I'm trying to hold it in, but that was funny.
What's his testimony? He vegan now.
Right.
What's wrong?
Man.
Oh, man.
For real
Changed his
though.
life.
Oh,
Like, that's probably that's his trauma, I guess.
I'm thinking of Looney Tunes. Bang!
Like, yo.
Whoop! Jump pop up on his head.
Man, nah, for real though.
See?
Like I
Wasting
said, that,
food in prison.
right, and that's the last place you probably need to wish. But
seriously.
like I said, it really made me start thinking. Like I said, how do we get comfortable with discomfort? Because I feel like we so right now, even like men, women, and individually, how we relate with each other and stuff like that. Think of all the people that's like all that we talk about is like not how strong you are and you stand up for this and you do this and I stand on business and you all this, that, and the third. But like at the same time, it's like you the most solid nigga ever, but like you won't tell your dad he hurt your feelings because he ain't come to your game. Like we I don't know, it's almost like we gotta like reevaluate. And that's kind of like, and I appreciate, to bring it full circle, I think that's why I appreciate this season so much, because this felt like we gotta evaluate season.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good way to put it.
Like it is really just a way of like you said, like let's think about what we're doing and where we are and how we doing things. And even as this season went on, it was like seeing like the growth in us. But I say even going back to you, Ricky, of like seeing like season 1, you did season 1 and it was like success. But seeing just like how fast Turn to Your Neighbor has grown.
This is true.
During the
Turn to
season.
your neighbor,
Right.
because not everybody knows.
Oh, for those who
That's
don't know,
Ricky's
we'll
business.
throw that on the screen. Turn to Your Neighbor Productions. Photography, videography, podcast producer, does everything.
MC.
Yeah, everybody say, and
Literally
you just got the new stuff that we won't go too into depth on, but you about to go to even another level on that. So,
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all started. Y'all believed in me first,
Oh.
yeah,
so I appreciate that.
I mean, we believed in you because you believed in us, though. This was
That part.
it was reciprocal, and so
I feel like we got in the gym together.
facts,
It's like, we
yeah,
gonna work. We just like,
yeah,
we ain't in the. We just gonna put in the reps.
yeah,
And I feel like we put in the reps. We was like, yo, let's get in the gym.
that's a
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
that's a good.
We got stronger working together.
Okay, with the
And now we
analogies
can-
today.
Yeah, nah, that was a good that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
And that's like I said, that's why I'm like I'm excited for the end of the season because it's like I know like you needed a break actually. But I'm excited for it because I'm wondering like when we come back, it's like what does a reevaluated like I'll ask this to both of y'all. What do y'all think that like how do you see yourself? We start back up. What's the difference? What are you coming back as? I know for myself, like I said, I plan on coming back hopefully with the education opportunity that I'm pursuing. Hopefully that's gonna come back with that. But like I'm seeing like that's just something that'll help with this and other things. I'm hoping I come back with like definitely more tattoos. So
What?
that's part of my
You threw me
read.
with that, bro.
That's my
That
read.
was just so random.
So we talking about personals.
Right,
What's
where
the
tattoos?
question?
What
Right, I
what are
don't
you
think I
coming
really
back
asked.
as? Like I said, if this was
Like
if this was
reincarnation, like a football.
not nigga shut up.
I'm coming back as a J. You know what I'm saying?
Not a J.
Actually, Beyonce's bar of soap.
Yo,
What?
Yo, too much.
Jesus.
All right, my fault.
I just can't. First of all, I'm sure she's
That
used
woman is
bar
married.
soap.
I was about to say.
No, she seemed old school. She from Houston.
She see.
Yo, billionaire using
This
Irish
guy.
Springs or something like that.
Ooh,
Green
yeah,
bar.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm more so like I said, if this season was like really like a kind of like, dang, let's put stuff in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What's the perspective you want to come back with? Like, what is the things that you want to, like, even on a personal tip? Because like I said, using you as an example, like you're growing,
Right.
and we see the growth that's happening. Like we see it. So by next season, what's like a, not just the personal, but like mindset wise.
I was thinking as you were talking and just looking around and how I have to switch at the same time as I'm talking. One next season, I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to have a team. I think that that's the next level because you might see me busy running around doing stuff, and I'm tired. But I'm still just like, look, I'm a one-man show right now.
Yeah.
But I understand the importance of managing my time better.
Yeah.
And with that comes with managing people.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this every day. I don't have to go.
You gotta delegate.
Yeah. That's the next level for me. So when I come back, it'll be like, yo, Rick, we trying to record. All right. And I'm hitting on people like, pick a date to come in the studio. If they can't come, I'll come or whatever. And not just with y'all, but like in general.
Oh no, I would hope that you understand that you could get 30,000 employees. Ricky better be in this room. Ricky better be in this room for no other show.
For this show. We'll talk.
Even on the tip of, nigga, you the person that pray before every episode.
I was just thinking about that.
So
Yeah. Like, who
Dang,
gonna
who gonna open up?
right,
You gonna pray to me?
Who set the atmosphere? Yeah, Bush. Come on.
right.
Yeah.
They'd be like, damn, Rick said Timmy. Would be like, I don't know if Timmy saved. Like, send him back. Send him back.
Dang. How many episodes was it total?
This season?
This season was 9. Last season was 9.
So 18. I did 18 prayers.
Nah.
Come on, man. I'm tenured.
Most you prayed in your life.
I'm a deacon. Shoot.
Deacon Brown. You speaking into existence?
Nah.
Okay.
No, I mean, we did because that's my father.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, what about you, Miss Matthews?
What was the question again?
Like, what do you...
Perspective.
What are you coming back with? Because this, like I said, even with you, like I said, you going a lot, even how we do the clips, you invested time, research, and
Clip
money.
game popping.
money.
Clip game
Yeah.
popping.
Money.
I'm like, who? Speaking of this payroll,
Well,
Right.
I'm like, yo, I probably just need you to do a couple clips on me. You know what I'm saying?
For real, that's how it was. Like I said, you did time, research, and money to take your section of it to like the next level.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what does that...
I'm pleased with the outcome. I mean,
Would you want to keep on that same path? Like, is there something you learned from that, even about yourself?
I learned, I don't know if it's anything new because I enjoy that part of it. So being able to do that, I don't know, it kind of gives me a way to just do something that I like to do, like just outside of work. It's therapeutic almost for me. It's just because I have to do it like after work. You know, it would be great
Time consuming.
if this paid for like
Right.
where I didn't have to work anymore. Then I would be like, oh my God, because then I could
Man,
just
you
do
preaching
things
to
that I
the
love,
choir.
right? But it's like when you have like a real job, and then
real
you got to
job,
do
right.
that. That's why I'm like so tired.
But
But
say
I like doing it though.
I'll say, but the thing with that is though, honestly with both of y'all like your real jobs.
yeah.
Hey, hold up.
He said, wait a
No,
minute.
maybe not everything.
I like what I do. I mean,
I
it
mean,
can be
I
stressful.
love the kids.
That's what that.
I
So
love
that's
the
my thing.
kids. But I'll see them on the weekend. Yeah. Man, I can co-parent. I can co-work.
Co-work.
But it would be nice if you could like just do this and that
Oh, yeah,
cover like
yeah,
all your
for
bills
sure.
and stuff like that. That would be great. You know,
Absolutely.
one day to get there. But so I mean, I don't think I learned anything new because I already knew that it was a great opportunity to tap into that more. And you know, I got to use AI a little bit,
Yeah.
and that's something that like you just don't know what's going on with AI. But that's definitely like the future. Like through this season, I see like, ooh,
Like And AI is like, because first you're like hesitant, wary, like scared,
It can be
and
scary.
then and overwhelmed, but it's literally there to do the things that is there to do what that AI is going to do a lot of stuff, but it can't do what people can do.
Yeah.
So AI takes off the task that you have to do to focus on only what your individual personality can do.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it can't do everything. Like even
Yeah.
with the clips, like AI helps a lot, but I still have to give it like that.
But it can't
personal
generate
touch.
an idea.
Yeah.
It can't
Sure
create
cannot.
a vision.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like it can't
And it's not
dream.
100%. Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what it
You
is.
still
AI,
gotta weigh in.
AI
Yeah,
don't got
on
vision,
it.
and that's from God.
Yeah.
That's straight from God.
Right.
So
Facts.
I
So,
was about to say that's the thing.
but for next season, I don't know. I just want to be able to. I like to be able to put more energy into that. Next season, I would like for us to get to 10 episodes, and I'll be stuck in 9.
I mean, 9 feels like a good. At this point, 9 is our thing. At this point.
At this point, I was hoping we got to 10, but I mean, it is what it is. But you never know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if it's worth it, I think for myself, like I said, with the season, and it has caused a lot of reflection. It really like opened up, like they said, thought process, and I'm like, all right,
Absolutely.
we got stuff to do. We got stuff to do. So I'm looking forward to it. Especially even with like the episodes, I definitely want to be like more intentional with season 3.
Yeah.
Because I see the importance of like intentionality and like having conversations that I don't think are always had, and even if they're conversations that are just like between like families and like you said, like a father and son, father and mother, daughter, husband, wife. But it's like really seeing like the importance of, like say, having those conversations that are uncomfortable in like family dynamics. Because I see how that helps the family dynamic, but I also like it'll trickle into so many other different things, like how you are as a friend, how you are as, like say, a spouse, how you are as a coworker. Like I think just having those conversations and really just again going back to saying just being comfortable with the discomfort and having the fortitude to go through things, and especially like I said, as believers, it's like if we believe that God put us in a position, like He didn't put us there and then dip. It was like, all right, figure it out.
God gets the glory in those moments.
Yes.
We all want to be at the mountaintop.
Yes.
We all want all the success and no problems. But like when you're at the top, you're not as connected with God. And we can keep it a bean. We're just not as connected. We pray more when we going through stuff.
When you facts.
I ain't go to jail. I ain't go to juvie, but I know I will be praying more than I've ever prayed if I did. I know that if all these cameras blew up and broke and whatever, and I'm like, I know that, but we still got something done. I'm going straight to God. Or like if something happens and I know it wasn't me, God gets the glory in it.
Facts.
So like when you're at your best and you're thriving and you got top tier education and you just living life like, look at me. You put God more on the back burner. So sometimes God's like, oh, I done blessed you. You done forgot.
Yeah.
You done forgot. Let me bring you back real quick. Let me hit you with a little something.
Yeah.
So you can be like, oh, I be tripping. And sometimes God's like, all right, I need to bring you back because at the end of the day, it's about me. Don't get it twisted.
I need to bring you back to me.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Yeah. No, that's
and
real.
we run away from that.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's discomfort, but at the end of the day, like we're supposed to just give it all to Him anyway.
It's discomfort, and I think society. It's like, as a society, we're so us-centered. Even, I mean, not at New Covenant, but even some churches, it's almost like people's order of operations. It's like people use the Bible as like, how does the Bible serve me? Like, how do I like, and not just studying the Bible to understand like this is what God was saying. How can I move that to this? But it's more so like, how do I read the Bible in a way that like serves me? And you find people that like, or all you do is you stay in like Psalms, you stay in a story of Joseph, you stay in like David, where it's just all these like happy endings, so to speak, or like we're saying like these, and you don't go into like the like, yo, like there's the other side of this, like, and I think, like I said, I think I said it to you, where I feel like as a society, we're going in like a way where it's almost like it's like me first, then God, then the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And it's not like God first, and how does like God first, and then everyone else,
Yep.
and then where do I fall in, like kind of at the bottom?
Yeah, the kingdom is
Upside down.
countercultural.
Yep.
It's literally the opposite of what the world values. Like we value like us, but no, the kingdom's like your neighbor, your neighbor, your neighbor.
Yeah.
Or it's like, when's my blessing coming? The kingdom's like, no, be the blessing.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the total opposite of what society and culture tells you.
Right.
Facts.
God's telling you the legit opposite, and He'll bless you in that because of that, and He gets the glory at the same time.
Yeah.
And but we get soaked up in all that other stuff.
And that's it's sad, man.
Yeah.
It's I don't like I said, it's just, and it sucks that it's just so prevalent in culture. Like it's so, and I mean, like I said, the thing I appreciate about us is that like I feel like we try to fight that, and like we try to kind of get in the space of like, all right, nah, like it ain't us. Like it is everything else. It is everybody else. It's like, even though like we're doing this podcast, but it's like this podcast ain't for me. Like we do it, we get stuff from it.
Yeah.
But we get stuff from it out of being a servant.
Right.
And I think that's, like I said, those are things, like I said, I look at and I'm like, man, I hope that people see that, people get that. I hope that, like I said, like you see like a Lizzie episode and you really like really turn back to like the God. You see the Sam's episode and really like understand like community and like God's role in that community and how that community then, like I said, keeps rippling out. Like you see the Father's Day joints and you see like, dang, like even like having conversations and how that ripples out, how that helps people heal. Just like I said, seeing the aftermath of like those episodes, you get, like I said, like the responses from people like, yo, like, dang, like I heard this testimony, I'm going back to church, like for real. And it's like, dang, like cool. But yeah, it's a lot, but I'm grateful that we have what we have. I'm grateful that we like, I feel like we've been good stewards over it. I guess could be better. And I know that like this might have been all over the place, this episode. It might have been.
No, you good.
But I feel like,
Story time.
But I just want people to like get stuff, like actually get stuff, and actually like you said, just kind of like take off all them buzzwords and really like get to like, let's start getting to the root. Let's start actually like doing work. Let's get past the surface. Like let's dig. Cause I feel like that's the thing that like in digging, that's where you actually get to, that's where you start producing fruit. You can't be like the I don't know which one it was, but the seed is just scattered on the soil, but it's not in it, like it's not down there.
Yeah.
It can't sustain us if we keep doing like the surface level stuff.
Yeah.
Like we gotta really start digging. We gotta start getting our hands dirty a little bit. And I think we did that this season, and I'm like, I can only imagine like if we just stay with this level of intensity and intentionality, how season 3 would look, how season 4 would look, how like season 7 is not we on a podcast, we on a show, who knows? Like you're like, how does it look?
My man said not 3, not 4, not 5, but
I said
LeBron going to the Heat.
I mean, like I said, I'm gonna do the show as long as God said. Unless God was like, yeah, all right, that was cool, you got it, we going to the next thing. That's the only way I stop.
Right.
Cause thing I learned, especially like I said from this show, is like obedience is the got to do it. Got to do it.
Somebody's blessing is waiting for you to do what you need to do.
Facts. And that, like I said, God put us each here for a job, and He's like,
I got a client because you did this show.
Oh.
Did I? Oh yeah.
Nice.
Like I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh.
I would be like, damn, I'm scrounging.
Oh, I know the client.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, go. Relax.
No.
It took me a minute to...
But no, that's.
But yeah, like it's like you people, if you don't be obedient, then you don't get, someone else is waiting for your obedience. Period.
Facts.
Like you don't even know how, you talking about trickle and ripple and people are just waiting.
Yeah.
But if you holding it up, and God's will's gonna be done regardless. But like you're gonna let him. Are you ready to be used? Like
yeah.
So.
And that's the thing. Like as long as you have breath in your body, there's going to be a purpose, and it might change based on disobedience.
Yeah.
Because our disobedience could definitely move us out of position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we see with Saul. He was supposed to be king. He was supposed to be what David was. And his disobedience out of fear is what got him to be moved out of the way. And even after he was moved out the way, it says God took his hand on him. Saul was still king another 40 years. So he still had a purpose in that. It was very different than what it was intended.
Yeah.
But he still served the purpose, because then it became him not being who he was and angry at everybody but himself for being disobedient. Then in his disobedience, he still served the purpose, because then his disobedience shaped how David would then become king.
Yep.
So it's like you still got a purpose.
I'm still living with my disobedience, man. Like I was supposed to have hair. You know what I'm saying? I was disobedient. I kept rubbing my head. My mom said, "Stop rubbing your head." And now I gotta live with a baldy, man. That's crazy, man. So
I talked to your dad. He said you actually permed it, and that's what really caused it to break out.
Stop. Are you serious?
No.
Wait a minute.
Dang, we was going. And
the lights is blinding me. We're off to the shine, and some puts don't.
Yeah.
But
yeah, nah. Like I said, I hope we.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Good luck, yo. It's a team effort.
Everybody lost switching.
Yo. That's wild.
Yo, but yeah, no, I hope that we stay in obedience. I hope that we get uncomfortable. I hope we do dig and do the dirty work. Like I said, some stuff we can't do. But yeah, I hope we just really get busy. I thank y'all both for just y'all riding, being the co-pilots on this joint. Appreciate y'all for sure.
Appreciate you, Captain. El Capitan.
That's a first. So
Yeah.
crazy.
Rush hour, record. Rush hour.
Right.
If you know, you know.
Oh, we know.
All right, wrap this up, man.
Nah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. We see y'all season 3. Cause we will be back. So in the meantime, like I said, hit us up at the Brightside Show 23 on Instagram. Email us at the Brightside Show 23@gmail.com. We'll catch y'all season 3. Bigger, better. Thank you. Peace.